Oliver, no. Absolutely not, dude. Gotta love animals. Yes, that's right. And it showed that you actually liked this. So that's new. Now the question is, does it still not give you the option to get I think it was you anyway, a paying subscription? Even if you don't want to do it, I want to know, because if you had trouble getting onto that and being able to pay to subscribe and whatnot, then other people likely are. And that is infuriating. Well, luckily we already went and did our walk with the dogs. We took the snakes along with us. Little guy didn't get to go because, damn, that sucks. Little guy did not get to go because I cannot trust Oliver not to hit the end of his line. He did it multiple times today. That was really, really ridiculous. So hopefully tomorrow I can go and do a 3-mile walk with each dog and wipe them the fuck out. They won't have the energy to get away with that nonsense. I might be able to see a new member option on your main channel page. Well, you can always try. So, upon further investigation, the way, and we're going to dive into what we talked about about taxes yesterday, dive a little bit into that. The way the government got past the Supreme Court ruling that federal income tax was in fact unconstitutional was by going and ratifying new law into place. It went and amended the Constitution, ratified it, and thus made it legal for them to take out income taxes on individuals. So it was freaking ruled unconstitutional, and then they, as a whole, took it upon themselves to make it constitutional. And if that does not terrify you, I don't know what will. Because that is the kind of blatant abuse of power that we're all so scared the politicians are going to use to their benefit to ruin our lives. And yet, they've already done it in the past, folks. So, when you think that the government won't screw you over, they will. Make no mistake about it. They will utilize their legal standing to ruin the lives of other people, and then not only ruin the lives of other people and find a way to legally subvert the Constitution, but they will do so, take the money that they earn and send it overseas while their own country suffers. Yay, guys! Trusting a politician when they say that they give a damn is like really truly believing that the stripper loves you. Never forget. And I know that there are people out there that just shrug their shoulders when they hear about stuff that happened in the past that's directly affecting those today. And I'm just like, you are the reason why politicians get away with it. All right, so we have a couple of gifts that my wife got me. Here, we have certified OSHA violator. My wife got that for the house. I think it fits us perfectly. Thought I wore a sock on my, don't know what that means. And then we have this. Ah, that is good shit right there. You know what that is? That is bison leather. And it is also a journal. Beautiful thing about it, other than the smell, which is fantastic, is the fact that it looks like the bindings, the whole thing just slips out, so you can continue to reuse the leather part on the outside. Honey, did you realize that?
What?
It looks like you take the actual paper out and reuse it over and over again. So we have a forever journal. Oh, the smell of leather is so fine. You're just gonna see me. I'm gonna be walking through the live stream just like, yes. Looks like I've got some journaling to do, friends. We need to stock up on the journal aspects of it, and then I can use that for some of my poetry. By the way, I got some of that done for you guys. I like eating rubber bouncy balls. I don't know why, they are just tasty. Noah, you have problems. Probably dietary. I mean, yeah, but as a kid, not when I was able to read and write. Back when I was just a wee kid. Nothing really like the smell of new leather, though. That's true. I remember as a kid, the Bayshore Mall over there in Eureka, California, they had like a legit leatherworking shop in there. And it was just the bee's knees walking past that, even as a kid. Like, that is one of those memories that is seared onto my brain, walking past that part of the mall. Such good shit. Last I heard, that mall was going under. All right. Oh, you dutied in your water dish again? Ugh, child.
Somebody has to go home.
I don't swallow them, but they taste good. Oh, Noah. Alright, well, if we are going to go and get the water dish out, we're going to have to find a way to get around this little monster. For me, when I was a kid, it was the squeakiness of the bouncy ball against my teeth as I was chewing on them. It wasn't the taste. So this is our Theraphosa apophysis. She is a big, beautiful girl, but she is not as big and as beautiful as she is going to get in the future. These are related to the Goliath bird eater. They tend to get about the size of a dinner plate. And I need to get a hold of that water dish because she did a doo-doo, which you can see in full view. Look at that. I didn't know you had a pet spider. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We have tarantulas. We have ball pythons. We have a centipede that we never really get to see out on camera. Primarily because we keep it too fed. Oh my god. Alright, so what I need to do is figure out where I put the fucking tongs. Wash them off. Oh, God. Dogs, quit getting water all over the floor. You are the reason why we can't have nice things. Like the new floor. Alright.
I walk into the kitchen today and I'm feeling anxious because I see the big mystery box. I'm just coming off an elimination challenge. I do not want to be back in another one. I've been in them all, but I listened, so I'm
Now, there is a distinct difference between tarantulas and actual true spiders. One of which is, of course, the size, but what gets them to their general size is the dual set of book lungs that they have. And the book lungs allow them to take in more oxygen than their arachnid counterparts that we usually see in our houses. Can I get you to move, please? Gently now. Come on, baby girl. Very careful. Come on. Can I get you to move? Good girl. She hasn't thrown. She's a juvenile right now. She's not quite a baby anymore. If you've had yourself one of the larger house spiders, those are about the size that they typically come in when you get them as a sling or a spiderling. Hi, girly. Good girl. No urticating hairs thrown. That's how I like it. That's the way. I like it. No. I wouldn't call her a subadult just yet either. She's just not big enough for that. So I am going to go and take her food that is just chilling. I'm going to go toss it in the centipede cage. That's our little freaking powerhouse. Now, grab this. Oh, there's another one. Fantastic. You know what? We're going to keep this one out just in case we can get Little B to eat it on camera. That is native to both Brazil and, was it Venezuela? The rainforests of Brazil and Venezuela. They are a new world tarantula with mild venom but large fangs. So they can hurt you, but they can't kill you. Now, I think it's the Venezuelan sun tiger. That can mess you up. That has got medically relevant venom.
Wow, I'm having a panic attack. Most of these protein I've never cooked before. I'm feeling like I'm gonna struggle. I need to get it together so that way I can just conceptualize my dish. You have 1 hour to make the dish featuring at least one of Alessandra's chosen ingredients. You'll also have access to the amazing MasterChef pantry, which is even a little Latino tinted. We want to see lots of inspired, elegant dishes made out of Alabama audience this week. Understood? Yeah. Remember what's at stake?
All right, here we go.
Upstairs. This is my first time actually down in the kitchen cooking a dish. A few months ago, I was just back at school cooking on this now illegal kitchen in my
For the most part, that's true. However, there are some cases where that's not necessarily true. For instance, the green bottle blue is notoriously vibrant. However, it's got some mild venom. So there are some cases where some animals just aren't as nasty as they appear to be. But hey, if it works to deter other animals, then so be it. Oh yeah, it is a spider. Look at that critter. I lured her into her den by touching her softly with the tongs. That got her to move appropriately. Yes. Sounds creepier when I use that accent. You're welcome. It's kind of like animals. The blue-ringed octopus, highly venomous, highly colorful. There are also instances of animals that are highly vibrant being highly poisonous, like the poison dart frogs, which, by the way, only take on the poison of the prey that they feed upon in the wild, and in most cases won't make you that sick in captivity unless they manage to start eating something that, well, just wouldn't agree with you. I would have liked to say that's a beautiful spider, but I just shat myself. Oh, what? No. Mochi's just like, hey, are we going for another walk, Dad? That was really fun. Okay. Oh, God, the dogs are starting to roughhouse. Now, my wrist is acting up, but I think that's because I fucked with it earlier while helping clean up after the bazaar my wife was attending. Turns out that taking a hiatus on weightlifting only works when you're not lifting. But we got it done. My only complaint with the bazaar wasn't the fact that I had to help. It was actually the fact that people were throwing away containers of liquids into a garbage can that did not have a bag in it. So I took it upon myself to go and clean up that mess. And all I could think of is, oh my God, are you guys serious? This right here is our big girl. First thing I'm going to do is remove her greenery, because I don't want that getting in the way. Remove the greenery, set it off to the side. This is a Lasiodora parabana or Lasiodora parahibona. These tongs are ridiculous. Oh yeah, she is the heaviest tarantula that we currently have in our collection. And she is either pre-molt or she's going to be pre-molt after this feeding. Generally speaking, when you see a tarantula with a booty that big, it's for one of two reasons. A, it's nearing a molt. Or B, it's been bred with a male or about to lay a phantom egg sac, one or the other. They will get huge. Had to throw away a decent pair of trainers because the spider made it its home. Oh, that's not too bad, dude. If you can get the tongue of the shoe all the way forward, all you got to do is hustle to get them out. Sometimes you just take the laces and you pull the tongue forward. And if it's a typical house spider and it's not something exotic like these little bastards, just a leather or even a rubber glove will be enough to protect your hand. Girly, are you awake or did you fall back asleep? She's the only tarantula I do this with. Oop, sorry.
Almost every day for my family.
Oh, it's making a beeline.
I
Naughty, naughty Mr. Kool-Aid. Let's turn your ass around.
I love this. There's a lot going on here. Tell me
What's
what it is.
going on? Right now I'm working on cactus for the cactus salad. I want to get rid of the spine.
And what's the protein? What are you using?
I'm going to use this pepper. I'm going to do some cilantro lime rice.
No curry.
No curry, no curry.
It's just a little bit far forward. Generally speaking, the best place for a prey item to be is right under its face to get snagged. She might not even be hungry. Oh,
Right now, I'm doing a yuca, then I'm going to sauce with some color, and then I'm going to do a black bean.
she tapped it a little bit.
Alright, so you're gonna fry that, you're gonna roast the yuca, what are you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna boil it.
Here's the deal with yuca, okay? Once it's cooked,
Come on.
it needs a little bit of love. When you fry it, when you roast it, boiled yuca has a very monotone texture and flavor to it.
My mom used to make me yuca, and I hated cassava as a kid. As a vegetarian, I changed my opinions of all the flavors that I've tasted. So this is my ode to what they love, but adding some.
Come on, baby.
Yuca is yucca. Yeah, so people that are running the same thing. Wow, you're going the right. That's definitely taking up.
I'm gonna go and increase the humidity. When it's also venomous. Yes, it is venomous, but compared to other creatures out there, it is mildly venomous. Its bite has the equivalent potency of your typical bee sting, so long as you're not allergic, that is. If you are allergic, you're going to start having symptoms like you got stung by a bee and are allergic to a bee, obviously. Anaphylaxis is not out of the question.
So I'm making something I've never made or
Child.
never eaten before that will be served with a roasted salsa rosa sauce with a
Primarily, like, the worst thing that you are going to be experiencing if you get bit by this animal is probably the initial bite. The fangs puncturing the skin. What's the worst thing that sorry, my brain's not working very well. The worst thing that this animal has ever done to me is quite literally slap my hand away from its water dish. That's about it. You made a new Skyrim character. Alright, we're going to carefully pick her cage up, and we're going to move it off to the side. And then we're going to go and focus on some of the other animals that we have. I'm hoping that the fact that our Monocentropas balfouri female hasn't left the greenery in some time might mean that she laid eggs. Khajiit. Isn't that cat folk? Khajiit. Sorry.
I have cooked for this apron 3 times. I need a break. I mean, I love being down here. I love working every time I show up, but I'm about tired of this. I'm tired of that last.
I think the Game of Thrones King's Roaders is pretty decent. I didn't even know that existed. Granted, if it weren't for my brother, I wouldn't have known that Skyrim existed.
All of you, look at me.
You guys absolutely obliterated that bone.
This is not just season 10.
Alright, here we go.
All 4 of us also want to see a delicious, Latin-inspired ceviche. Let's go.
Alright.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh my gosh, I have a person, I guess you call him kind of like a coworker at work, who is absolutely obsessed with the Game of Thrones. He's just like, oh my god, every now and then I just look up at the sky and I imagine having my own dragon. And I looked at him and I was just like, how old are you? He's like, what else am I supposed to do? I'm waiting for traffic to show up. It's a slow day. Alright. Called it.
Let's start making
Alright. So we have both the female and the male here of the Monocentropus balfouri. Female in the back, male, well, male up front, booty facing you, female in front of him. They have taken refuge in this little area, and there is a chance that she has got eggs in that mound because she has not come out of there for some time, and they have on occasion picked off some crickets that we put in there. But we'll just have to wait and see. It would be nice for us to, before that male passes away, actually get ourselves a few babies in this colony. Shitting tiger because of a joke we had in an old unit. Oh, God. Now, when dealing with Monocentropus balfouri, you got to understand that they are an arid species typically found in Yemen. They do not like to have too much water. That's why we only give them a water dish, because if you go to start misting their environment, you could cause them to get uncomfortable, and when they're uncomfortable, they get stressed out, and when they get stressed out, they might die prematurely. You don't want them to die prematurely because they are pets. Just because they're not pets that you can hold does not make them any less of a pet. Don't let somebody try to bully you into thinking that your snake or your tarantula or your hamster or your rat or your mouse, what have you, is any less of a pet than their murder machine kitten named Mittens. Okay? A pet is a pet. Even if it's a pet that makes you upset. Duchess. She's been getting so much shit. In the Discord about that joke. Oh, that'd be awesome. Is it a joke that might inadvertently get my shit taken down? If so, I understand. Gotta protect the crew there, buddy. Murderous kitten horror sounds good. You know what they're making again? They're making another, what is that? It's a sci-fi film about a robot initially that was killing people to protect a girl that she was built to protect. But now she is going to be killing people to protect the girl from a robot that was built that is killing people that were involved in its creation. And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, this is just a cheap version of the Terminator. What was that? Trilogy? I mean, Jesus. All right. So you will notice in some of our cages, we do have cameras set up. That is because some of these animals don't, or they might not care. You never know with them. That is true. They are finicky in all the wrong ways. And, oh, by the way, have you guys heard? Amazon made a buyout offer for TikTok. Amazon did. That should terrify us all, because I'm pretty sure they're run by our world's version of Lex Luthor. Yeah. Let that sink in. Amazon really, what in the world? Yeah, Yeah. That's the last thing we need. I've seen the way that they run their company and how they treat their employees, and I could just imagine what that would be like being somebody using batting for team. Was Bezos batting for Team Kamala? I'm pretty sure. But they could have done so much better if they'd have been batting for literally anybody else. There are some celebrities out there that would have probably wiped the floor with Trump. The Rock being one of them. He would have hands down probably beat the shit in the polls. Okay. Hindsight. It's always 50-50. No, hindsight's always 20-20. In this case, it might have been 50-50. In any case, that brain cell did not get its second dose of caffeine today. So I'm going to be mixing some shit up because some things in my noggin aren't jogging. All right. What the fuck? Is that who I think it is? Nope. That little critter is one of the other roaches. This cage belongs to the Vietnamese centipede, and he is what is commonly referred to as a pet hole. They're called a pet hole because he is a pet that is an asshole because he lives in a hole. He's probably got himself closed off under the soil. There's a bunch of ways they could have prevented the rise of the second term for Cheeto. The first one being actually taking advantage of the fact that there were what is that? There was blatant abuse of power and mismanagement when it comes to government funding. And had they gone and fixed it a long time ago when they initially ran on it, talking about Obama, a few others, they understood that there was a money problem in Washington. They said it, and then as soon as they got into office, they decided to forget it. And it was because of that that old Cheeto got to run and win. Because he promised to go and fix the problem that America thought was so unfair. Yeah. Still waiting. Oh, my thumb just did the thing that hurts. All right, so when taking care of animals, make sure that you have the cage clamps for the screen top cages, unless you're going to use weight to keep the animals in your cages. If you got a weight on there, and it's a tarantula, unless there's an earthquake and everything falls down. By the way, if there is an earthquake and the cage falls down with your tarantula in the cage, it's likely that your tarantula is not going to be tarantulaing anymore. All right, because tarantulas are not built to fall from heights. They look like tanks. They look indestructible. They look mad ridiculous, okay? But tarantulas have an incredibly weak build. If dropped from a height over 2 feet, they can easily... Thank you, John Smith. Welcome back, sir. Coming in a little bit hard. I'd be careful if I were you. My wife and my compatriots on here will temp ban you for any minor inconvenience. Oh, John, I would stop that. Shit. You know, I did warn him for how many second. How much time is that?
Only 30 minutes.
Ugh.
More than 24 hours.
I fucking warned him. I fucking warned him. He didn't want to listen to me. You can only do so much. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him think or drink or think about drinking.
Sam, Liz, and Fred. We have the worst dishes of the night.
All right.
You three
Now,
that tonight is not elimination. Liz, we never, ever ate swordfish. Sam, that's how a 12-year-old would.
oh, he'll be. Well, this isn't even the first time he's been here. So we all know he'll be back. The problem is, will he have learned his lesson? Now, he might have been able to get away with that if his name was Will Smith or even Joseph Smith, because it would have been hysterical to see somebody named Joseph Smith trash talking or Will Smith trash talking the chat. But no, he had to just be an average Smith.
I just feel like I'm in a bad headspace.
Good Lord. Really? Ugh. Man.
There are several dishes we will take a much deeper look at.
Time.
Remember, three of you.
Yeah?
Kim just sent me a video.
Yeah.
My video picture. Adrian on their couch with Chase asleep on his lap.
Oh.
These proteins, I love Latin flavors. This is the type of stuff I love to eat and cook for my friends and family. So I'm feeling super confident.
All right. So what we're going to do next is we're going to bring down our Green Bottle Blues cage.
On top of
Awesome. I'll go and look at that. I'm going to bring down the Green Bottle Blue cage. We're going to start getting
That story's funny.
any prey items left over out of her tank. We're going to try to minimize the stressors. Oh, looks like a cricket died in the water dish. That's no bueno. Since
You two,
she is not... What?
they broke that bone into 2 big pieces.
Yeah.
They're still sharing the same piece.
Oh, God.
Make them uniform like the corn kernels. I love this city that just permeates this whole dish. But I have to task on something. It's that you didn't use the cast iron pan, which would have gotten you an even better sear on that steak. Next time, do me a favor and listen. But, well done. Michael, bring your dish forward.
I'm really proud of this dish because I feel like this is the first time I've been able to show, myself on a plate. I'm starting to feel like I can follow my dreams to make a career of cooking, and I'm hoping that these flavor combinations.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Get excited because I need to Today I made a grilled prawn with passion fruit and prickly pear salsa with avocado mousse and crispy tortilla strips.
Congratulations. It looks beautiful.
This is why I reached in there. That is a roach that should not have been in there for the molt. We are going to look through the greenery now. Oh, that cricket's still alive. We'll save him. I'm not as worried about crickets as I am about the roaches. It looks like there is nothing on here that shouldn't be on here. So we will take that
Walking up there, I'm feeling.
and put that back. I think the cage just might be too dry.
Indian cuisine. I know it's a big fish, but I'm just hoping my dick takes up the balcony.
You know, we're just going to leave that out.
So I did
It's going to be a bit boring in our cage for a while.
it right. Culture Verde.
It is simply going to be a log in a corner.
Mother-in-law, the curry's off the menu.
We are going to take the water dish out, spill it onto the soil. Miss the soil because it is really dry in there, like really dry. Here, let me show you guys. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're supposed to be a kind of like in the middle ground as to what their environment is supposed to be like. But that's a little bit too dry. It's another reason why I didn't switch over. I went and took everything out is to make sure that everything is working as it should, and it sure as heck wasn't.
The snapper, I marinated it in a little lime juice. I took some diced shallots and then some Mexican oregano, and then I just pan fried it in some oil.
Take the water, set it down right there, and then
Sherry, it's super well suited, great balance of salinity and acidity, with all the preparation.
Oh. Did you ever catch her coming out?
no, that's why I'm doing this.
You know, honest, for someone that doesn't use it quite often, you did a great job with it. They're still crunchy, they're sitting. If you turn around and told me that you could be taxed by this tonight, 2 weeks ago, I never believed you. But here's the fascinating thing about you, you're actually from the start, so you're actually on top of your game. But, oh, as they say, it's, yeah.
There we go. And we'll see if she comes out now. She is the only green bottle blue we now have in captivity. She's got water. We took the greenery out. We took the one bit of larger prey item out of her cage, so that won't bother her anymore. She Thumb is now acting up big time. Come on. And of course, now we're going to do the exercise that the doctor showed me previously, which stretches the tendon that is causing all of this mess. Ooh. Hold it. Oh, God. Ah, like a big old baby. Listen to me complain. Ah.
You went overboard with Scotch bonnet. You really need to tone that down, young man. What's your marriage?
I wrapped it around some cinnamon before,
Whew.
and then I also just
Yeah, that is a weird stretch. But given enough time and us not working out the muscle group so much, hopefully we will get back to normal. Mochi, are you okay, sir? He is periscoping.
So seeing them actually love the dish was amazing. It just sort of validates it more for me that I deserve to pay them after.
Goofy noodle. All right, so in this cage we do have our little girl, Charlotte. Oh, tomorrow while we're out, we're gonna have to go to Scapos and I guess pick up crickets out there because we didn't get to go today. We need to get gas anyway, so I don't know if we're going to be able to make it out of town. All right, here we go. So this is a Brazilian white-knee tarantula who has taken a liking. Yeah, look at that. Has taken a liking to having a drier, not completely humid-free, not completely arid, but a drier habitat. And since we have toned down on the spritzing, she has come out basically every single day, and she has now stayed out during the majority of our live streams. So this is Charlotte, who is the complete ass backwards of what they say she's supposed to be. All right, Durs, you get some rest. They say that these are supposed to be tropical terrestrial. strictly tropical terrestrial because of the habitat that they originate from down in South America. She disagrees, as you can see. Now, there is some moisture on the ground still from the last time, but primarily what we do is we just give it a light misting, and then we leave it alone. Now, her water still looks good. Whew. Good Lord. Oliver, why are you coming in here? That does not smell pleasant. Oh. We'll go through. Try to keep it away from her. And I think that's all we need to do right there. That's all the misting that we do. And she seems to love it. She loves the way her cage is now. Yeah, I don't understand it because it goes against... Hold on, I'm going to sniff my journal. All right. She loves the way it's set up now, and I don't understand it. It is so fantastic. Odd, but fantastic. Mochi's in the background trying to get into the limelight. It's a noodle. And of course, we go and we stick cage clamps up on there. I tried putting the fake bushes in her cage, and she was not as receptive to the fake bushes as she was to tunnels. So maybe as we go into the future, like next time she is in her tunnel during the day, I can go and give her a second tunnel to play with. Maybe with some greenery over the top, but I don't know if that'll make a difference. Some suggest that, or some suspect that tarantulas aren't as receptive to greenery as their owners are to having the greenery in their cage. So it's more or less an aesthetics thing for we humans when we own animals. Well, that's not going to do. Look at that. So that right there is our Harpic deer, Polcripes. He is an arid species that typically stems from Africa. Hopefully he was bred in captivity. That is the only thing I can hope for, given how much these guys are actually bought, sold for, transported around. It'd be a shame for us as humans to continue pulling wildlife out when we have the ability to get them to procreate in captivity. I really just think it's not a necessity for the market anymore. All right, here we go. Just like these guys. I so wish I could have gotten a female. I was really hoping that Blue was going to turn out to be a female, but he was a he, not a she. Like, I think Charlotte likes to tease the snake. Yeah, well, he does seem to be looking directly at her. Buddy, that's not something you want in your mouth, okay? That is not the kind of fuzzy wuzzy you want to try to swallow. So this is Gem. Gem is one of two Brazilian blue-violet male tarantulas that we have. You can see his tibial hook right there on the forelimb. Right there. He turned out really purple, while his counterpart is almost darker, almost a black coloration. his environment needs to be misted down. Now, these guys, we try not to keep too overwatered because of the fact that mold does tend to love such an environment. And mold also tends to clog up tarantula lungs.
Come on. Trust me when I say it's definitely the toughest one yet.
All right.
All of you. Sweet dreams.
Whoa, careful there, buddy. There we go. Yeah, we tried the greenery with her. This little guy was more receptive to the greenery than Charlotte seemed to be. She wanted nothing to do with it. She's like, no, thank you. Take that shit out of my house right now. There we go. Looks like she's slowly getting toward the inside of a den. What I should do is just go and get some Legos, secondhand, of course, because fucking fresh Legos are expensive, and build everybody some Lego dens. That shit is cool as fuck. Come on.
One of you will be eliminated from this competition. Yesterday, 3 of you exceeded our expectations. That's why you are all 3 safe up on the ground. For the rest of you, it is time now to put on your black aprons to face elimination.
There we go. This is the side of the tarantula cage. And that is the tarantula in the cage. I just want to get that obnoxious tone that you hear on kids shows. You know what I mean? Can you see where the tarantula is? Great! Whew. I think the Thai food's gonna make an appearance tonight, honey. There we go. There we go. Now this is Blue. Blue is a male Brazilian blue violet that we really were hoping was a female because we were under the assumption, yes, I know what assumptions tend to make people. We were under the assumption that if a tarantula lived longer, it was typically a female. And shortly after one Brazilian blue violet molted into a male, I was just like, oh my God, we're going to have a female. This is going to be so cool. And then she turned out to be a he. Prepare the toilet. Warn the people down at the sewage treatment plant. Be on high alert. About to burn a hole through multiple pipes. All right, here we go. Now, when caring for these tarantulas, when they're younger, making sure that they have a den is incredibly important because they will feel the need to have that kind of safety. However, as these tarantulas get older, especially when they turn out to be males, their need for hides dwindles. They're no longer trying to dig. They're no longer trying to get out of sight. They're more or less trying to find the females. The pre-warning then, just tornado sirens all around town. Emergency personnel running to their vehicles, full sprint. People shouting, we gotta go now! This is a Thanos level threat! We call it the not on to the caca! We gotta go! Because he's gonna go! Oh, God. Hilarious. Alright, so while we're over here, we are going to take care of our dubia roaches. Let's see here. There we are. Dubia roaches are a tropical cockroach that people tend to buy over crickets and other feeders. They are, generally speaking, very receptive to their environments. For instance, if you go and you have them at a lower environment than what they need, which is like 80 to 85, their reproduction will be slowed, if not halted completely. We have 2 males right here. They're the ones with the wings. And 1 female right there. She is the thick gal without wings. We have 2 cage cleaners that need to pick up the slack. And there are quite a few itty-bitty cage cleaners in here that are trying to pick up the slack and are making it look like a horror show. So what I'm going to do is simply... Why so big? Looks like I can put up a fight. Well, these are actually the small ones in comparison to the orange head. These guys tend to be the roaches people use due to the fact that they are less aggressive. Now, all roaches can potentially hurt your little critters. They all share the same general mandibles. They are omnivorous, especially when having to confront hunger. They will go after fresh molt predators, like your tarantulas, your centipede, each other. Most of the time I see that from the orange head roaches, though. Dubia roaches tend to be a little bit easier to cope with. Oh, God. Just put some of our water crystals in there. These are put into the water dish. They will expand, and they will provide a water source without killing so many insects. Oh yeah, I definitely put too many in there.
I've never made that, of course, but I've eaten a hell of a lot of them. So I used to feel like almost 400 pounds. So I definitely think the 100 eggs sort of similar to this.
All right. Now, those are taken care of. We're going to move on to the scorpion. And my live stream from earlier should wind up on the feed. I did gaming and I did a dog walk. I got a 10-minute snippet of the incident where I almost didn't make it to the toilet. I'm trying to craft a couple of poems to go along with that, with the original audio kind of in the background, with the poetry laying over the top. Yeah, should be good. Should be good. Now, yes, the scorpion. I still love this. And of course, leather. And this is going to be hung on the wall with pride. Certified OSHA violator. Fantastic. Back in the day, By the way, nobody told me this was against the rules, but you know how that goes. Back in the day when I was working at an appliance store as the individual that would load broken down and parted out refrigerators and whatnot, I used to take your standard refrigerator, not the side-by-side, because I'm not a beast. It's the Mystic Lotus! Why was Turbo Tony hidden by Mystic Lotus?
So this could send you home tonight.
I am terrified.
What? Why? What was wrong with Turbo Tony?
I am terrified.
Lotus! Lotus? Honey, we might need your help. Turbo Tony was hidden by Mystic Lotus. How do we bring him back?
This elimination, there's so many high emotion panel right now.
This challenge is all about making the perfect Texas salmon. Coming from a background in military service, I can follow direction really well. My strategy is to follow Gordon's steps as much as possible. Because if you can't follow direction, you are done.
I'm not choosing a swing.
Lotus!
My fiance has the biggest week.
What have you done?
Single Sunday.
I wonder if it was a mistake.
So I'm guessing.
He would have to create an alt account to come back.
Guys, you don't mind how you feel?
Well, it depends on how long she timed him out for.
No, she didn't time him out. She blocked him.
Managing my time, and that's something I want to pay attention to. But you keep your head down. If you tell the intern one of those, I'll take it because you absorb it. I'm listening, I'm paying attention to not just what I'm doing, but what everybody else is doing. Focus. Good luck.
Oh my god.
Time is on. You know, I know next to nothing, but I haven't talked about that. But I got the
Whew.
I traveled the world. I know got a ton of ingredients, so I'm feeling really confident on this side.
What is it? Is there a takeout?
No,
I mean, you have to be a complete package.
I got plenty of package.
Fun.
I actually do.
Awesome.
Family members that think
Whew.
professionally,
That's not gonna help me tonight.
All right, so he is back. Turbo, you have been brought back to life. I still don't know what the fuck that was about.
It must, all I could think of is it must have been an accident.
I am confused.
Thank you.
I'm not worried in the least. I'm gonna go right through this thing. I don't need more step-by-step instructions. I can knock out awesome dishes with.
Did he come back?
So.
I don't know if he came back or he left for permanence.
Just over 30 minutes. Your top to time should be caramelizing now.
Looks good, no, it looks good. Let it go.
Oh god. Talk about fucking with my wrist.
Thank you.
Okay, so he will be hopefully returning in the near future. Lotus, are you good? Tell me that was an accident, please, because taking random pot shots off at individuals, not a good look. For the collective here. All right. So this right here is our Asian forest scorpion. He is a tropical terrestrial arachnid that can typically be found, of course, in the old world. Their venom is considered to be mildly potent, will not likely put you in the hospital unless you have an allergic reaction to it. Outside of that, they tend to make pretty neat pets. Due to my own ignorance and mostly arrogance, this little child did manage to pinch me while I was trying to pet her claws. Don't do that. Learn from my mistake. Be better than me. Okay? Do not harass your pets. Even if you think that maybe they like it. Don't do it. That being said, I typically do give Little Bee pets.
I go back there and I smell it.
This is biofluorescence. Okay, that's a crack in the screen. For a second, I thought I saw a crack in the exoskeleton along the back. I would have been like, oh, she gonna molt soon. This critter is encountering a chemical reaction in its exoskeleton that occurs only when a UV light source, a black light source, hits the scorpion itself, causing biofluorescence. This is a really good way for people to find scorpions out in the wild, but if a scorpion is within like 3 days of molting, the glow might not take effect because the exoskeleton of the scorpion needs to harden before this can truly be seen. One thing to remember when utilizing a black light, you will see what appears to be a crime scene every now and then. Don't take it into your bedroom or your bathroom. You will be horrified. Just don't do it. You will regret it. These guys are primarily insectivores. This little gal has eaten almost every weekend. Tomorrow we're planning on going and seeing if we can scrounge up some crickets. Because that is the favorite food source of most of our guys, although we have been able to get most of them to eat roaches.
I'm just crossing my fingers and saying a couple prayers that it's gonna work out.
They do prefer crickets, unfortunately. Now, our ability to get crickets to survive in captivity, not very impressive, to say the least. We're just gonna. You're fine. Oh, then fine. Then back up. Back it up. Come on. Back it up. Back it up. If you're gonna freak out when I put it down on top of you, you're gonna let me set it right there. Okay? Are we good? Are we square? Yeah? Good. Alright. There is a lot of not talking from individuals that I would really like to hear from right now. Oh yeah, she is still feisty. Like Mystic Lotus. Lotus. Can we get a hell yeah? Here we go. All right. Now I am gonna have to leave you guys with one of my critters because I've got to go and take care of something.
I can pray that I'm gonna have it done.
Guys, just
Gonna
under
turn the light
18
on over
minutes
here.
to go. Under 18 minutes to go.
Great job, Micah. Great job.
I'm putting an Indian-inspired twist
Move, Duchess.
in the crema glaze.
Why are you guys out of? Are you guys out of water? No, you're not.
Rosewater. Oh.
Wow.
So Subo, he's going to be very unique. He's going to use rose water, and he seems like he's really fired up. I hope he knows what he's doing. Just under 10 minutes to go.
Looking good, Bree.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go. You guys got this. You guys got this.
Fred, you're doing awesome.
My tartan should be almost done. But I know this isn't cooking fast enough.
This is insane.
If I don't nail this, they're just gonna eject.
It's looking good, Liz.
Holy cow. Look at that. Wow. That one looks like Chick Pop Pop baby in the South, baby.
Fred, I can't wait to see it. Sam, that looks
idea how long.
Now, Fred. Yeah. Fred tonight is in his element. I've never seen this guy so focused. That is his calling, guys. Yeah. I mean, he wants to be America's Next Master Chef. Baking is his skill.
I am having an outright panic attack. If I leave it in their locker, my apples are going to be overcooked. Everything comes down to this little thing.
Is that cooked, Fred? Is it cooked?
The dough is really, really undercooked. I think my pastry is definitely too thick. I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm staring right at my death fish.
5 minutes to go, guys.
Looking good, guys.
I'm freaking out right now. Oh, jeez. Because it's still not cooked through.
Come on, Fred!
But I'm definitely running out of time, so it has to come out now. My pastry must be too thick, and it breaks my heart into a million pieces because the last thing I want to go home on is something that I love to do.
That looks beautiful, Noah.
The moment has come that I'm gonna have to freaking do this flip.
Moment of truth right here.
Hands, cloth, tip, large plate. Has everybody got a large plate?
Yeah.
How dramatic it's gonna be when you invert that tartare piece. You got one shot to do this. If I drop it, it's over. I'm going home.
Hey, great job, Noah. Woo! Oh, Jamie, that was awesome.
Ooh, son.
Beautiful. Liz, I'm so proud of you. It's awesome. Yay.
What happened to Evan's? What is that?
Looking down at the tart, it looks really dry.
Did you drain off some of that excess juice?
I did.
Good. Keep it.
That would have been genius.
Never throw that genius stuff away.
It's true, it has all that flavor and that complexity. I really wish I didn't toss that like extra caramel, but when it's said and done, I'm happy with what's on the plate.
Help it. You guys it up.
Yeah, Suba!
Over.
Is Suba letting someone on fire? Oh my god!
You gonna get Randy down your glove. Over. Oh. There we go. Okay, Bert? No, nothing enough. No. Super. 2, 3.
Oh, you know what? I hope it's not burnt, and it's hard to tell because I can't cut into it.
Good job, Micah. Woo! Great job, Micah.
Even though I did my caramel again, if I ruined those pieces in that first caramel, that is going to transfer into my tart again. I'm just praying that acrid, disgusting petrol taste did not affect my fruit.
Everyone should be dusting. Dust. 30 seconds to go.
Finish off.
Not so confident.
Come on, let's go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm worried if they'll ding me because I don't have a lot of, like, my caramel all evaporated into the tart, so it's not, like, as oozy as everyone else's.
Well done.
No matter what happens, it was not hard to cut.
Woo, son! Never thought I'd be able to do that in an hour. Holy cow, man.
That's a big sucker.
Why is it so fast?
Because you put 12 peaches in there. Tough challenge, right?
Yeah.
Now it's time to taste. Let's dig in. You have any trouble?
Just a little bit.
Liz, are you happy with the way it looks?
I've never made it before, so I'm pretty happy with it.
When I finish the challenge, I'm mostly thinking about the job I did, shortcuts I could have taken to be a little more efficient.
I tried my best.
But in the back of your head, after a challenge, you're always thinking, I hope someone did worse than me.
Pressure got you tonight, didn't it?
A little bit, so.
Because at the end of the day, you don't have to outrun the bear, you just have to outrun the guy next to you.
Thank you. Guys, that's a tough one.
There's one. It's not even a tortette.
I feel everyone really showed their culinary identity with Crema Glazes. Yeah, I come with individuals got the fruit and the cook. It's actually cannibalized too long. I think it's pretty clear. He's still upstairs. I say that. Very almost it. Well done, all of you.
Thank you, Chef.
Some of you baked some beautiful desserts. You will not face elimination tonight. There was one home cook that stood out. This individual executed a delicious tarte tatin. The crust on that pastry was exemplary. Michael, make your way up to the balcony. Congrats. Thank you, guys.
I feel awesome. I am the first one called up to the balcony, and honestly, I feel like I kicked butt.
All right, so the next person that we felt really showed some culinary skill in interpreting this very classic French dessert, and that is Brie. Show me how.
Thank you. It feels amazing that the judges think that I stand out from the pack, and I'm so happy to have that recognition.
Next home cook continues to excel and do her state of Georgia proud. Dorian continues to wow us with her desserts. Good job. Head upstairs, Dorian.
Congratulations, Liz.
I went from having the worst dish to having the best dish, and I pulled it off. Like, I totally pulled off something I've never made before.
I'm sweating buckets. I'm watching everyone go up to the balcony.
Renee, please head up to the balcony.
I am beyond happy. I nailed it. Praise Jesus, I am on the balcony.
Noah. Thank you, Chef.
My heart goes from my shoes up to my throat. I'm so nervous. I just want to be safe.
Catch the day. Jamie, congratulations.
Go ahead, big fella.
I want to say hi.
Looking around the room trying to compare it to other people's, but to me, I just don't even care. If I go out on this note, like, why did I even come here?
He still looks so cute carrying that big tomorrow.
This individual started off in the weeds, but boy, they rectified and come back strong. The crust is extraordinary. The cook on the fruit, mind blowing. And I think we want to see this individual have a little bit more confidence about themselves.
So, once again, we have managed to acquire yet another troll amongst our ranks.
Huh?
He says he's been a troublemaker in other live streams. Get it? A troll amongst our ranks. Oh, that's so fucking funny. One of the OG members of this group, Acid, originally hopped on as a troll to talk about acid reflux, okay? And then she saw that I was exercising wrong, and she's like, okay, no, I'm gonna take pity on this guy, and I'm gonna give him some pointers. And thus, my changes occurred when it comes to working out. We're taking a sabbatical from working out because my thumb is turning me into a big old bitch. So, or a bigger bitch. Whichever one fits better.
That cheese. Daddy or that chop. That's all.
Oh,
Now, is your daddy making that noise?
yeah, for the love of God, don't start barking.
No, she all of a sudden just stood up and was like, wait, what? Are you guys gonna play tug of war with lamb chop?
I denounce my trolling on your live. You have good content. People keep saying that. I'm just worried that I'm boring. Especially since I show the same animals over and over. But we do have different things happen on live streams. Today, a kid wanted to pet Oliver. That would have been a really interesting live stream. I would title the following video, How I Wound Up Owing Thousands of Dollars for Medical Fees. Oliver is nowhere near ready for human interaction with other people out in the real world.
yesterday.
All right, so these are our larger roaches. These are orange heads, and guess what? I can already see it. Get your ass back here. This is a male. You can tell because he has the white dot. Now, the males have the white dot on the abdomen. The females do not. As soon as we toss the newly acquired male in with the other males, they will go postal trying to chase this guy down. That is some crazy shit. That might be something we have to do, honey.
But
Get Oliver a muzzle so that people can pet him. I don't know what else to do. He's not letting other people near him. Whoop. And this is a female. She does not have the white dot on her abdomen. We had him on a harness. The only thing that that male right there is on his way out. He's got one more day max. Some of these guys are super old. Yeah, but in all honesty, other people want to go and say hi to him because he's a golden retriever. They just assume that he's a good boy. And when he's with us, he is a very good boy. He is, out of the two of them, he's the one that is least likely to fuck you up because he's not constantly jumping on you. That being said, around other people, he's a fucking menace. Other dogs and the cats, forget about it. Duchess? She acknowledged the cat today and then left it alone. At home, Oliver is the bestest boy. Out on the lead, Wolf is. Duchess is that. Out on the lead, Duchess is the medium one. I think Wolf doesn't pull on the line as much because he's so old. But hey, you know, he's still the bestest one out there.
I thought Oliver didn't wear a harness because it didn't fit him anymore.
Well, that is true. Oliver doesn't wear a harness because he is triple XL. Don't call him on the telephone. He's ringing his dinner bell.
We still need to get him
Groom. I still can't wait until we get him to lose all that excess weight. Oh my god! Oh god. Just trying to help. He wouldn't want to protect you if you mistreated him. Yeah. Look at him go! Oliver, where are you taking all the toys? I can't say all the toys.
Away from Duchess.
I don't drive that often.
You just put it in your lap. See?
Oh. Are you going to throw it back over here?
Should I?
That would be so fun.
I don't drive that often with
Oliver! Oh, he's like, mine. It's mine.
Well, we bought it for him. Look at the couch.
Oh my god.
He's not putting it in my lap this time.
Oh my god! Where did you buy him?
What?
Seems rather personal, Wolf. Oh my god. Alright.
Duchess, go play with me. That's not fun.
Yeah. Wolf is all legs. No shit. He almost had his chance at a squirrel today. He had help from a cat. Ran up. I don't know if it's a. What is that? Trying to think of the name of the bush. But anyway, the cat ran up the bush to get out of the squirrel and chased the squirrel out onto the street. And freaking wolf was standing right in the way of the squirrel. And he almost had himself a kill. And had it not been for the fact that he was unprepared for it, if he'd have bolted when he should have, it would have been the end of the squirrel. Right. The issue is I had every opportunity to teach him how to interact with people and with dogs. What?
He's grabbing lamb chop and pulling. Oh, he got lamb chop.
Oh my god! Wolf, you get that lamb chop.
Oliver's like, "Grr, go get it."
I had every opportunity to teach him about interacting with people and with dogs and with cats out in the real world, but I didn't jump on the opportunity when I showed how to, and that's heartbreaking because he's missing out on a lot of good things. Wolf is playing with lamb chop. This is new. Get it, Wolf. Get it. Oliver's just like, I just want my toy back, guys. He literally came all the way out here to get his toy back, and now it's on the couch with Duchess.
And Wolf playing tug of war. Damn, Wolf's strong. Do you see that?
Oh my god.
Technically, that is a new dog toy.
Wolf's just like, it's mine now.
Continue to put your background.
Buddy, you are not. When you see a roach suffering, it's best to go and help him pass along.
I lack that performance, especially when you're in the season of this before.
Ever since he started taking for walks, it's like Oliver got more new energy.
Oliver did? What about Wolf?
out of Duchess's mouth and was over there playing.
Hey, we do have a roommate that's probably upstairs trying to sleep. Oh my god! Wolf!
Oliver's like, my toy. My toy. It's weird though how Wolf wants to play with Duchess, but not Oliver.
Huh. Well, I think it's because Duchess is getting into heat.
And Duchess is trying to, lamb chop. And Oliver's just like,
All right. Okay.
hey! Yes, Wolf is fixed. Phew! Bless you. Phew! Bless you.
Well, it is so good to see you acting like a puppy, though. He hasn't acted like a playful dog.
Nice, Duchess.
Really, dog? Thank you. All right. As per usual, you guys have a good night. Stay safe. And remember, I better not see you on the news unless it's good news.